Hello and welcome back again to the Healthy Healer. This is the singular version, but as you can see here today, I am not singular. I am with my guest from last Tuesday, Nicole Starbuck, who is a multi-talented healer at using multiple different modalities. One of the modalities that I asked her about that we really weren't able to dig into adequately on Tuesday was Akashic readings. And when we closed up the session on Tuesday, we realized we had not gone there, but Nicole let me know that she had actually done an Akashic reading with me during that actual episode. So today we're going to go over what Nicole found out in Dr. Fred's Akashic reading, and I've given her permission to actually bring that public, whatever my life has been or is being with respect to the past, present, and future. So Nicole, the floor is yours. We'd love to hear a little bit about Dr. Fred's Akashic reading as you saw it on Tuesday.
Thank you so much. So for anyone that doesn't know, Akashic Records are the history of everything that ever was, is, and will be. And how I've always envisioned it and how I go into it is this cosmic library in the sky. So I have this beautiful spiral staircase that I will walk up when I feel invited to do so. And then what I see in front of me is essentially a cloud city, and there's this giant library. If you can imagine bookshelves from floor to ceiling, just filled with books and books and books. This is everyone's book of life. So in this cosmic library, there is the book of Dr. Fred, the book of Nicole Starbuck, and the book of you. And so what I do is I invite the book, whoever reading I'm doing, to just come to me. I just don't go and grab it because that's forceful, but I invite the book to come and it'll float into my hands. And so when I was doing readings for myself, my own book would come into my hands. And in this case, I left my hands open for either my book or Dr. Fred's. Dr. Fred's came in. So here we had Dr. Fred's book. And in this book, it shows me not only events from his current life, but also his past lives, in between lives as well. And so from the beginnings of his start as a starseed all the way to where he is now, as well as what he has going in the future. And so what I was seeing is it shows me a particular theme. So I never go into this with an intention of show me a particular time and place, but I just go into it with what does spirit have to say? What does the universe have to say? And so what it showed me, and it looks like a movie preview, but on fast forward, like just a lot of little clips, is a lot of past lives where you have been the historian or the record keeper. Or there has been something about you being a philosopher or a thinker or some sort of intellectual where you are a professor or something documenting history. And so there was a lot of imagery from ancient Greece where you were either a famous philosopher or in one of those circles with a famous philosopher, and you were actually documenting famous events in history to keep these records safe and protected so that they could be shared and passed down from generation to generation. And so now we see that playing out in your life here, that it is very, very important for you to be having these conversations and being able to document and record. And so what it is saying is for you not to forget your history of where you came from, and also to provide those safe spaces for other people to share their histories, because it's how we are able to look at the past that we are then able to create a bigger and better future.
Beautiful. That makes a lot of sense. And that does align with how I see myself in the past. So that makes a lot of sense, of course. And I think you're right. That my role has been that I'm so gently embedded in that all the time. And that is what I see as my purpose for now as well. So thank you for sharing that.
Thank
Anything
you.
else you want to say about Akashic Records or me or what you saw with yourself or anything like that during the conversation?
Yeah, so Akashic Records, whenever we go into these, it could be different next time. So you and I could hop on a call a week from now, and whatever comes through could actually be radically different. So often what I find is these readings are either going to answer a question that we are presenting, such as, what on earth am I here for? Or it can get even more granular as to, what is it that I'm supposed to be doing in my current relationship? And it can reveal to you what is happening there. So I went into the records on a live call on a podcast the other day. And in this case, I left my hands open for either your or my book to come through, and yours came through. But in this particular call, my book came through. And what it showed me was histories where I have been in battle. So I was actually a soldier in battle in just different lifetimes where that's happened. And then I saw how that was playing out. It showed me scenes of my current life, how I had this idea that life had to be hard, life had to be a struggle. I had to earn it, I had to deserve it. Like I had to have battle scars and wounds to show that I was worthy. And that's not the case. And
Of
so in
course.
realizing that, oh, I have many past lives where I had to struggle and fight for my life. I don't have to fight for my life now. Therefore, life gets to be easy, and that's okay.
Beautiful. Awesome. Super great. Well, that is really great, Nicole. Thank you so much for sharing that. Thank you for using the Friday to do so, our short visit after the long visit. It's really great to spotlight you and what it is that you bring forward. Thank you for giving me a little bit of a greater view of what I'm doing here, anyways. And again, as I said on Tuesday, it's really been beautiful having you as a guest, and I look forward to our continued relationship moving forward.